Warning, this creepypasta is going to be scary and it's going to scare the nuts out of you. And if you're like 5 to 8, click out of this video and watch something else. Enjoy this video, guys. Do you guys remember that Toy Story Burger King short I told you about? Well, apparently, there is another Toy Story Happy Meals commercial. If you remember, the second one got McDonald's commercials to America, to Australia, to London. Apparently, the first Toy Story movie got a McDonald's commercial in Tokyo, Japan, which the toys been Woody, Buzz, Ham, Rex, and Bo Peep. The toys were kind of cool, and I wanted to add them to my collection. That day started while I was having lunch with a few of my guys at school over at a Chinese restaurant called El Bachi. My order was a steak, some Chinese noodles with some yum yum sauce for it, and some grand rice. I was enjoying my meal already. As I got out of the restaurant, I noticed a box placed nearby by a bench. I picked it up, and I happened to notice the Tokyo, Japan flag, the McDonald's logo, and the Pixar ball stapled on. I cracked an interesting smile on my face. I felt interested to see what was inside the box. I took the box home with me, and as I got back, I grabbed out a pair of scissors to cut the tape off the box. Once I grabbed out the mysterious thing out, it was another Toy Story DVD. It featured Woody, Buzz, Ham, and Rex in front of the McDonald's sign. This time it wasn't the second one. It was the first one, if I remember, from Japan commercials. I recognized the second ones were quite terrible TS commercials. But I wonder how the first one will go. I started this straight into my PS2 getting ready to watch while my Xbox One was getting updated and while my PS3 was being used by my brother. Then it started showing off the Walt Disney Home Entertainment logo, and then the McDonald's logo in a black and white background for over 5 seconds. Then it just took to the menu with Woody, Buzz, Ham, and Rex in a red and yellow background. And the following menu buttons were play short and visit McDonald's.com in Japan. I pressed play to get ready to see this never before seen short, sight being scared. It began with a view of the McDonald's restaurant in Japan at night. It just showed the restaurant. No people inside, no music, just wind blowing and crickets chirping, and dogs barking in the background. Then over 5 seconds, Woody, Buzz, Rex, and Ham came in out of nowhere. Alright guys, Bo has been kidnapped by a mysterious doll. And now, the doll has took her to this restaurant that we'd never seen before. Now, since Andy has gone to a Christmas vacation to go to Japan for a couple of weeks, we're going to this restaurant we never seen. I was surprised, and the second deleted Toy Story McDonald's commercials from the second one. First, and did somebody say McDonald's short, Rex, Ham, Slinky, and Mr. Potato Head were captured. In the Australian one, Jessie was captured, and the United Kingdom one, Mr. Potato Head was captured again, but with his wife. But now, it was Bo's turn. How will we get in, Woody? Buzz asked. Maybe we should make a toy ladder and climb through the drive-thru window, Ham said. Ham, you are a genius, my friend, Woody said. The 4 toys went through the drive-thru and made a ladder. Woody climbed up to Buzz's shoulders, who climbed up on Rex's back, who climbed onto Ham's body. Woody opened up the window that was unlocked somehow, before he grabbed old Buzz's hand, who held Rex, holding Ham. The 4 toys had got in through the window and dropped down into the kitchen. Bo, Woody whispered. Bo, are you there? Buzz whispered also. Yo, are you there, Bo? Ham whispered next. Bo, hello, Rex whispered lost quietly. After searching around the kitchen, the 4 toys heard a familiar laugh echoing. The toys, except Buzz, who prepared for self-defense, got scared. What was that? Woody said, stuttering. Ham started to shake for a little bit, looking afraid. Buzz turned on his laser to shine around the place, but there was no clue, wondering where that laugh came from. Who did that laugh? Buzz asked. It, do you think Sid is in this restaurant in Japan? Woody asked. Rex got more afraid as Ham was. I have a bad feeling about this, guys, he said. As then a light switch turned on, and then Woody, Buzz, Rex, and Ham had found Bo tied up by a soda machine. You boys found me, she said. Oh, thank God you're okay, Bo, Woody said. How did you boys find me? She asked. We looked through some binoculars and we noticed that a doll has took you to this restaurant, Ham said. Come on, Bo. Let's get you out of here and let's get back to Andy, Buzz said. As Woody and Buzz were untying Bo, the 5 toys went to the drive-thru window. All right, now let's hop onto each of our shoulders and then we can climb up through the drive-thru before anybody tries to come in. Right before Woody was about to finish his sentence, the doll from the TS2 shorts appeared in front of the 5 toys. Konnichiwa, suckers, said the doll. Woody, Buzz, Ham, and Bo peeped in front of the doll to confront her. So, you're the one who kidnapped Bo, right? Woody paraded angrily. What do you want it for, huh? Ham asked, joining in the conversation. The doll chuckled. Well, I wanted to make food out of her to serve the humans, so I stuck it to a young child's car, placed some object that looked like her into his backpack. So this explains it all, hopefully, she said. That is not right at all, Buzz angrily shouted. Buzz ran up to the doll and punched her in the face, causing her to fall to the ground. As he went to deliver another blow to the face, the doll appeared out of nowhere, pushing him away, skidding on the floor. What was that for, space dude? The doll asked angrily. We will not let you hurt our friends, Buzz angrily shouted. Oh yeah? Let's settle this, the doll said. The doll had threw a McDonald's ball and it made Bo Peep went flying, causing her to land by a seesaw. Woody, Buzz, Ham, and Rex gasped. Bo, don't worry, I'm coming to get you, Woody said. Then, the doll threw the ball back towards Woody, which made him fall to the ground. Then, the doll had dropped a chair, which made Bo go flying up high to a crack hole above the restaurant. Bo screamed as she was flying up really high, before she landed on the sideway, causing her to break with all of her pieces. Cracked. No! Woody said. Buzz grimaced, clenching his fist before he shouted, You monster! Ham jumped off the counter, and he landed on the doll, shouted, Pig pile! As he landed on the doll, he said, You feel that, little girl? Huh? He asked. Then, the doll kicked Ham off, which slightly cracked him a bit. Ooh, I'm in the mood for some bacon, huh? Do you got any some to spare, little pig? The doll asked, making her own joke. Hey, don't make fun of me, Ham said. The doll came out with a hammer and said, This little red wolf will huff and puff and knock this piggy out. She threw the hammer towards Ham, which made him cracked and made all the money fly out of him. Ham! Woody, Buzz, and Rex shouted. After when Rex got over his fear, he was infuriated seeing what happened. He ran up toward to the doll to attack her to avenge Ham. Then the doll had threw a plate which made like a frisbee, which made Rex foot fly backwards, and he landed into a deep fryer. Then the doll turned on the stove, which made Rex started getting fried. Rex let out an ear-piercing, blood-curdling scream as he was being deep fried. It was as if it was his actor Wallace Shaw thought he was getting burned. Rex! Woody said. Come and get me on top, the doll said. As she landed safely above the counter, Buzz saw some utensils to help him climb up top. He climbed up and landed nearby the sink. The doll smiled evilly at Buzz. "Just me and you, space boy," said the doll. She charged towards Buzz, and Buzz dodges every bit of her attacks before he he, he put her in the sink and clogged her with the headlock. Sorry, I had a stuffy nose for a minute. And then the doll threw a muffler, which made him fly out of an open window. Buzz let out the Wilhelm scream as he fell, before he landed on the ground very hard. As he went to climb up to the back into the restaurant, the, the doll appeared out of nowhere in front of Buzz. "Do you know what your weakness is, spaceman?" the doll asked mockingly. "A space ranger has no weakness," Buzz angrily said. The doll poured out a bucket of deep-frying oil and poured it out on Buzz. Buzz attempted to shield himself, but the oil began pouring on him, causing him to short-circuit and spark. Then he exploded with many of his pieces flying off. Woody heard the explosion, which startled him. "What? Was that Buzz?" Woody asked and exclaimed. Then the doll snuck behind Woody, holding a butter knife. "You're safe for last, cowboy," said the doll. She sliced Woody's arm off. Luckily, it wasn't in the second one. She ripped it off fully. Woody gasped at the sight that his arm was ripped off. "You ripped off my arm!" he said. "Oh, did I?" said the doll. Then she did some kind of Tokyo Japan fight skills and used the butter knife to slice Woody's legs off. Woody screamed in the shock of his lifeless body. The doll was about to stab Woody, but Woody flinched. But the doll had another idea. She grabbed him by his only working arm and outside. "Want to go to space cowboy?" the doll said. Woody gasped, seeing a firework rocket placed near the road. "No, anything but that," Woody said. The doll had strapped him around the rocket and light the match on the sole of her clown shoe. Sorry again, I got another stuffy nose. Then, the doll lit the match to the fuse. "Off wider," said Floppy Boy, the doll said. Then, the rocket soared off into the sky, and the doll watched it fly. Woody let out the Howie/gut-wrenching scream as he was soaring through the sky. As he reached the clouds, he suddenly exploded with many of his pieces flying off. It cut back to the doll, witnessing the explosion. "Beautiful. It was beautiful," she said to herself. "My work is done." The doll walked off, feeling proud of herself. Then it cut to the credits, and then in the background, a music box played, but it wasn't "When She Loved Me." It was "I Will Go Sailing No More." Then it showed many images of what happened to the toys after their fates, such as Bo's smashed pieces, Ham's cracked body, Rex's fried body, Buzz's broken head lying near the road, and Woody's head sat next to a dustbin. Then a caption appeared on screen saying, "Animated by Miles Bell in 1997. "I knew it," I said. Not only Bell had made those deleted treats and that Burger King short, but he made the McDonald's one in Japan. Then it cut to black. Then it took back to the menu. Then, after that, I took the disc out and placed it back in its case. Then, I emailed Pixar about the DVD. They were shocked that Bell made one of his deleted creations besides the treats and the Burger King short. Then, the company told me to deliver to a woman named Emma Bells, which happened to be the sister of Miles. Pixar told me that Miles' sister is much nicer than her brother. Then I shipped the DVD to her right away. To conclude the story, besides noticing, even though it wasn't Kennington who made this one, Bell had made one of his deleted creations besides those treats that Rowan found and the Burger King short that I found. If you ever find one of deleted animators' creations in the past that we've never seen in a really long time, report it to the companies immediately. And I'm surprised that the first one was much better than the Burger King one. Don't you agree?